Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this live. I'm so happy to be here again with all of you. Joining me as every week is my husband.
Hello,
Here we
everyone.
go, the king. This is Anthony, and he reads the questions out for me, just so that I can stay in trance when I'm busy channeling. And while we're waiting for everybody to log on, hi everybody. While we're waiting for everybody to come online, I'll just give you a little update about nuts. I do this free for the collective, the human collective, every week. And what the channeling entails, I basically can kind of say I make space for another energy to come through, if that makes sense. Another way that I've been thinking about what channeling is and how it works. So you could think of it as a type of possession, if you like. That's certainly how some people see it, but that's certainly not how it feels to me, because I only channel beings of love and light. I only work with light. That's part of my calling. That's part of why I'm here. I see myself as a light worker, and I'm here to empower people and help the human consciousness to elevate and to move forward. But the way I've been thinking about it lately is it's kind of like when you go into that 0 point energy field and you just go to that frequency of stillness, that frequency where we're all connected. And that's, to me, what it feels like. It's that place where we're all connected, so I can tap into whoever is best able to answer somebody's questions, or if they're in fifth dimension because they're in spirit is in fifth dimension, or if they're in other higher dimensions. I'm just able to tap into the frequency. That's basically the best way I can describe it. So that's what I do. And I am a compassion key practitioner as well. I also use channeling in healing and in art. And then, of course, I do private sessions and I do coaching like that. That's all about me. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you all and helping you out tonight. Is there anything I forgot? Okay. Just trying to warm up. It's very cold. I know. Are you guys finding it cold as well? Okay. So I just want to ask, so we're going to do, everybody who's got the pink hearts, thank you so much for following the sort of the way we do it. I appreciate that a lot. It's also just letting the heart grow and the heart sharing the love with the world. I absolutely love that. I just want to remind everybody that when you've got your pink hearts in there, to please put in the question, and if you've got want me to channel anyone specific, please let me know. That was weird, the screen just froze. Okay, so please let me know if you want me to channel someone specific and what your question is. And if you don't want me to channel anyone specific, just say anyone, and that way we can continue and we don't have to wait for people when they want to ask questions. And then after we have answered the personal questions or the that people have posted, we are going to take some questions for the collective if there is time. We usually try to do three people, try to answer three people's questions, the first three, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, we've got three right now. So hi everybody. Teresa is first, eh?
Yes. Teresa, do you have a specific question? Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, mom and her father-in-law. Okay. So Teresa wants to speak to Spirit tonight, to her past over loved ones, and we'll see what we can do, if they can come through or not. Okay. I'm just going to spend a minute here just calling in some of my guides as well, just to hold space and support everybody. And yeah, so let me do that quickly. Okay. You all know who you are. Thank you very much for being here with me every week. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Okay, I feel her here, but I'm not sure that she's going to come through directly. Let's just give it another shot. No, Teresa, I almost get the feeling your mom's shy. Okay, thanks for that confirmation, Teresa. That's literally the feeling I got, that she's like, no, you speak. So. Okay, yeah, she's not going to come through directly. Do you have the questions? Do you know where the questions are?
It's just, she just wants to know how they're doing on the other side.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Father-in-law as well. All's well on this side, she says. It's she's kind of relaying a lot of information to me at the moment, so I'm just going to try and make sure I get it all to you. She's telling me a little bit about her experience in spirit, in fifth dimension, and what she relayed is that whole thing about remembering being between lives before, and kind of like how that's sort of, it's like a rushing in of everything in a way. And at the same time, just how fascinating she found it, especially, I suppose, every time someone adds a lifetime, it's like I don't know, when they've just recently had a lifetime, that's very prominent for that spirit. So just kind of watching all the comings and goings, and she's showing me Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's case. So it's not only that, but there's lots of little comings and goings and things of people in the world that she's watching. Teresa, I don't know if you maybe spent some time watching that as well. She might have been watching that with you. But yeah, it's just like the freedom that she's experiencing, in that she can, because when you're in spirit, time doesn't, in fifth dimension, time doesn't actually exist anymore. So you can, and yeah, space is different as well. So you can almost jump from to any place that you want to, especially on this earth plane. It's just interesting how she could. So she's just kind of showing me her interest in, like, she's very excited about how interesting it is to watch it all from up there and kind of having a first-hand, like being a wallflower wherever she wants to be, and just watching how people are. People are a little bit crazy sometimes, but it's also, she's just this real interesting people. And of course, her own family as well, she also watches, but that's a little bit different. I just get a lot of joy from her, really. There's no sadness or regret or anything like that. So often those in spirit, when they're communicating, they're concerned about someone or something like that, but I just get like a whole lot of joy. She's just bubbly, happy, bubbly and happy energy, and just kind of excited about everything, and just really enjoying her experience and enjoying being able to watch everybody. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's a freedom in that for her, definitely. I think Teresa has more questions for her mom.
No, it's not
there. Oh, okay. And then who was the other person? Your father-in-law?
Yeah.
Okay. Father-in-law. Do you have his name for me? Maybe that would be helpful. I could probably tap in anyway, but it is easier and quicker if I have a name to connect to.
Walter Straden.
Walter. Thank you, Walter. Is it okay if he speaks Afrikaans? It feels like he wants to come through in Afrikaans. Pali. Okay.
Is it okay if I speak English? Hallo my skat. Ja, ek is jammer dat dit so vinnig gebeur het, so onverwags. En dis vir my moeilik om te sien hoe almal so hartseer is en of was wel nog steeds is. Want ek wil net vir julle laat weet dat dis alles okay. Dis nie so erg as wat mense dink nie. Die human race maak alles baie moeiliker as wat dit hoef te wees. Dis soos om in 'n gebou in te stap of in 'n elevator in te klim. Dis nie so erg om dood te gaan nie, want mens gaan nie eintlik dood nie. So dis okay. Dis okay. Ek het geen pyn gevoel nie. Ek bekommer net oor julle wat so my so mis, en ek wil net vir julle sê, ek is hier. Dis okay. Julle hoef nie te worry nie. Alles gaan goed, ek is saam met my ander geliefdes hierso, en
die diere ook. En ja, ek is lief vir julle almal. Ek is lief vir julle almal. Kyk mooi na mekaar, hoor. Okay. Okay. Do you have any other questions for him? Sorry if my Pretoria accent interferes. Yeah. Yeah. He's got a very big heart. Very, very big heart. That's what I feel. And yeah, it's definitely around you guys, yeah. Thanks, Teresa. Okay, yeah. No, it's all good. Just a lot of love coming from there, definitely. So thanks so much. Thank you, Teresa.
And then next was...
So I just want to say, sorry, as a medium, it's a real honor to connect with people's loved ones. It's very humbling. And there's a very big misconception about mediumship, and I kind of just want to clear that up a little bit quickly. You know, mediumship, I see it as a healing modality. You know, there are those that have used it as a to have shows or whatever, but it's really a healing modality. It's healing for the past of our loved ones, and it's healing for the living. So yeah, and I feel very, very humbled to be part of it and to help people to connect with their loved ones. It's needed on both sides, and it brings closure, and yeah, it's really amazing to be part of that. So yeah, thank you. I feel very humbled. Okay, who's next? Sorry.
That's fine. So Clarice is actually wanting to ask for her mom, Regina, so Regina wants to, here we go, wants a message from the deceased husband.
Okay.
And for what message he has for her or
her daughter and family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps we can get a name for your husband, Regina?
Yeah. A name would be helpful. Thank you, Regina.
There we go.
Oh, there. Thank you, Cedric. All right, Cedric. I have to admit this one's a little bit difficult. I'm having a little bit of trouble connecting. Cedric, Regina would like to speak to you. Are you willing to come through? I'm feeling a little bit of resistance from him. You do not have to come through directly if you do not want to. Yeah, kind of get quite a serious kind of energy. And a serious man. And Regina, he hasn't left your side. I can say that with certainty. Sticking to you like glue. He says he's with you every day, but he misses being able to touch you physically. All the cuddles you used to share, and the secret cuddles and the secret the moments that you shared. He misses that closeness with you, but he's still there, if that makes sense. He's still he says, even though it can't be in a physical way anymore, the intimacy can still be experienced. And when we talk about intimacy here, we're not talking about anything sexual necessarily, just that intimacy between people, you know, that close connection. So yeah, he's mostly focused on Regina, on you, Regina. He's like, the kids are fine. They're strong. They're stronger than they realize. Clarice, yeah, that's basically a message for you. He's like, you're stronger than you realize. And you need to give yourself some credit. You're doing so well considering everything. Very proud of you. Yeah. And you know, he sees things from a different point of view now as well. Because he's in spirit and he can understand so much more. Because he can witness so much more. So he understands now much better than he did before. I'm actually seeing him checking in at the school, at the grandkids, at his grandkids. Or the children, I don't know. I just see a whole lot of them. And yeah, that's both the main thing he wants to say, is that basically it's like he's saying you're doing so much better than he did. And yeah, you should be proud of yourself, and you know, that's the main thing. Give yourself some credit. Okay. Do you have any other questions? Hi, Robin. Welcome. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. But what I noticed is he's checking in on his grandkids at school. That's kind of the feeling that I got. Yeah, just understanding more. So yeah, it's very good. Oh, you're very welcome, Clarice. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Who's next?
White rabbit.
White rabbit. One day you've got to tell me how you came up with that. Maybe you can tell me tomorrow morning.
She wants to tell herself.
Oh, I'm so glad, Clarice. I'm so glad. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. All right. Oops. White rabbit. Higher self. Hi Maria, I'm here.
Hi, this is Anthony. I'll be asking on behalf of Maria. Maria wants to know, what should she be working on in the next 2 sessions with Michelle?
Well, the one you already know, we've discussed it at length. I think there's still some guilt that you want to work on, and misplaced guilt. And it goes deeper than that, and we will get to the bottom of it tomorrow. And then for the next session, there's still some strong betrayal coming up. Perhaps there's some hidden parts of you that's still running a bit of a betrayal imprint, but there is also, you could also use the opportunity. So you have choice. Please don't forget that you have choice. You can also use the opportunity to manifest what you want out of the coming trip. A very serious manifestation session, if that makes sense. So you have that choice. You can also, another thing you could work on is really opening up to joy in everyday life, even when you are faced with difficult situations. Just being able to connect easier and just feel the joy wherever you are, and be grateful in whatever situation you find yourself in, and just sort of seeing the lessons much faster than you would have in the past. So these are all things you could work on. The guilt is pretty important, and you could actually do the guilt and the betrayal in one session because they are interlinked. And then, yes, the last session can be a little bit lighter. I suggest we play a little bit. I suggest we experiment and see what you can manifest, and clearing anything that's in the way of you manifesting what you want. That is my suggestion.
Thank you. She has another question. She would like to know, she says, what should I stop ignoring in my life right now?
There's still a lot of subtle nudges that you get, not only from me, but from your spirit guides. And your spirit guides are here to guide you as well as me sometimes. So I am the most direct link that you have to source, and it's always best to communicate with me first. But there are a lot of spirit guides that can offer you a lot of help and offer me a lot of help. And there's a lot of nudges and messages that is getting sent to you that you kind of ignore, not necessarily consciously on purpose, but kind of dismissing it as coincidence, or perhaps just not putting 2 and 2 together, perhaps just not always making the connection that it's a message, just thinking it's a everyday life event. So try to be a little bit more aware of anything that happens. This is not to say to go overboard and read things into everything that happens, but If you are being given a message and you do think something is a message, then looking into it with your heart, into that calm space, you'll be able to ascertain very quickly whether it is just you reading into things or whether it's a message for you. So yeah, don't ignore your spirit guides, because they do have a lot of information, and there's definitely a lot more downloads that you can receive to help you with your purpose work. Okay, I hope that helps and gives you the clarity that you want.
Just got a follow-up.
Yeah.
Can you mention some of the nudges? I would like to get some confirmation, as I'm having a hard time discerning. I don't see a clear pattern when he nudges.
So I say we, because they're here with me. Your spirit guides are here behind me, kind of whispering in my ear. So they're often giving messages through songs. So music is one way. So sometimes it's specific earworms that you get, and sometimes it's on they're showing me YouTube feed. So I don't know if if you like on YouTube regularly. So what I'm trying to tell you is that sometimes there's specific things that pop up on your YouTube feed. Some of it is algorithm, obviously, and those are a bit more obvious. But some of them are still, this is the thing to understand about spirit guides, spirit, higher self, all of us. We can still manipulate what comes through. We can still override the algorithms because it's all energy. So this is definitely a possibility. So there's a lot coming up in your feed that piques your interest. So sometimes you go and you follow it without actually realizing that it was a nudge from us. And that is fine, because ultimately we just want you to get the message. But sometimes through music and through certain visuals, we try and give you messages. There's also a lot of numbers coming through that you maybe not always noticing. Numbers have meaning, and more people are experiencing numbers, especially angel numbers, coming through. And these are messages, because remember, that's like a universal language. And we sometimes also try to give you symbols that you can draw in light language that can serve various purposes, whether it is for healing, healing just for yourself, so simply just drawing it out or writing it out can bring you the download or the healing that you need. And yeah, sometimes we are wanting to channel through you when you are singing and doing music, because frequencies have a lot of importance, and there are frequencies that would be healthy for you to sing for your own healing, but that could also heal others. So it is something to be aware of, to start taking note of different frequencies and how they affect the human body or the atmosphere, or specific things, but most specifically on healing someone. And frequencies are very powerful. This is part of creation, is in frequencies. So it's because it's energy, it influences the energy. I hope that makes sense to you.
Thank you. Just trying to see if another question comes through. Thank you, it makes sense.
Okay.
Oh wait, here we go. She's got another comment here. The reader told me that he saw a picture of a white rabbit, shaking off dirt.
That makes sense.
You can read that.
Yeah, I didn't put my glasses back on. Rita told me that he saw a picture of a white rabbit shaking off dirt, me transmuting emotions and trauma, and I found the symbolism so beautiful and relatable that I chose that name for myself. I love it. Oh, that makes sense. I love that image. What a beautiful image. Nice. Hi, Cherise. Nice to have you here. Okay. Was that everybody?
Those are all the hearts, and I've got other people that are lined up off the hearts.
Okay. Are there questions for the collective?
No.
Okay. I really would like to spend the last 20 minutes or so on answering questions for the collective. If there's something that everyone can benefit from. All people. So if there's any questions that you have that could be of use to everybody, that would be fantastic. Are there any of the questions that you think we should address? Are they short ones?
They could be short ones.
Okay. Let's just go to the next person and then. Okay, who is the next person?
Karen.
Karen. Okay.
No.
All right, Karen, I'll answer your question and we'll see how long it takes and then we'll assess after that. But if anybody, you don't have to put hearts or anything. If anybody has any questions for the collective, please let me know.
Okay, so Karen hasn't said who, so I'm guessing your higher self will be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the question?
Oh, she wants to know how she'll do in the new property sales venture.
Okay. Right. Who can come through? Property sales. Okay, I feel a big energy wanting to come through that's going to answer Corin's question, and if anybody else don't have anyone specific.
Yeah, the next person doesn't have anyone specific.
And the last one?
Last one wants to speak to their husband.
Okay, so maybe we can do the husband quickly.
Okay.
And then we can
do the
other two with this big energy that wants to come through, because then that energy will be able to answer for the collective as well. Okay.
Fantastic. Okay.
Right.
The user is Aries 444.
Okay.
And they want a message from their husband, Pran, P-R-A-N.
Okay. Hi, I know who you are. Thanks for joining. Hello, my love. Thank you for reaching out. I'm always with you, you know that, right? Don't forget, I'm always with you. And sometimes you feel me and it feels a bit strange. I might seem a bit different than I was when I was with you. But it's still me. I'm trying to speak with you, you know? I'm trying to let you know you don't have to be scared. It's just me. I'm sorry I made the dogs bark. And I just wanted to lie with you a little bit. I did not want to scare you. I want you to know that you've got so much to offer. You've got so much to offer, and I don't know why you want to hide. Sometimes it's like you want to hide under a rock, but you can't live your life like that. You have to get out there. And you have my blessings. You have my blessings in your next union. That will still be some time, but I know you're asking about it and looking out for it, and I just want you to know that it's fine. As long as they treat you right. I'm still always going to be there. I promised. I made a promise to you. I made a promise in front of God. That I wouldn't abandon you. So I'm still there. No matter what you're going through, what's going on with you, I'm still there. You know I wasn't always an easy person to be with. But we both had our stuff, didn't we? We both had our stories. And in some ways, even though so much has changed, in some ways nothing has changed. And I can't wait to meet you again. Face to face. I look forward to our conversations together, where we can speak a little bit more directly. And yeah, don't be afraid to shine your light. Don't be afraid to show people who you really are. The world needs you. There's specific people who you came here to help you. They need you. And I believe in you.
She would like to tell you something.
Mm.
She says, please tell him that I love and miss him so much.
I know my heart. I know. I'm just on the other side. I look forward to when you can tune in and communicate with me. And then you'll know I've always just been on the other side. I'm still right there with you. Thank you, my love. I have to go because there's someone else that wants to come and speak to everybody.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was beautiful. All right. Who's coming through to answer everybody's questions? The bigger questions. Who's coming through for Corin? Hello, beautiful souls. I'm happy to be here with you again.
Hi. Who are we speaking to, please?
This is Melchizedek.
Hi. We've got two questions, specific questions, and then we want to ask a question for the collective.
We can do Corin's first. I know the question.
Okay.
Karen, you will do absolutely fine in your new venture. Do not doubt yourself. That is the most important thing. Just go for it. Don't doubt yourself. Don't let your ego tell you nonsense. You can absolutely do it. You have the right energy and the drive and the enthusiasm. And the enthusiasm is really what you need in this job. That's the most important thing. Enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy the moment. Get excited about it. And that enthusiasm is what will bring you through and take you through, even when times are a little bit difficult. But you will have less difficult times if you just go for it. Don't overthink things. Just let your natural enthusiasm and bubbly nature just come through, and just enjoy the moment. Enjoy it when you show the houses. Enjoy when you do the listings. Enjoy when you mostly enjoy when you go out and communicate with people, because that's what you have a heart for. You have a heart for people, and you want to make them happy on both sides. And I also want you to understand that you have this amazing ability to manifest. You're all manifestors, but you have a very specific gift with property. So use that gift. Use that gift to attract the correct people and the correct properties. Not correct, but the right properties that will resonate for your clients and the people that you can help. Yes. And also when you're dealing with other people, colleagues, and the like, just be encouraging. People can get a little bit competitive. Sometimes it can be a good thing, but sometimes it can do more harm than good. And collaboration and just having an open heart is really more beneficial than steep competition, if that makes sense. You're all going to get a lot further if you help each other out, and that's pretty much just always coming from the heart in everything that you do, in every conversations you have, no matter who it's with. But speak through the heart and let that enthusiasm and that drive and that passion that you have just come through. Then you'll be fine. Believe in yourself.
Okay, thank you. And then next person that's got a specific question is Ryan. Ryan says, "Hi, I need a word as I'm stuck for 8 days now, vertigo and blocked from doing readings."
Ryan, what will help you most with this block you're experiencing? Two things really. The main thing is music. Music. Listen to it, play it, voice it, because again it comes down to frequencies. And there's just allowing yourself to, the other part is allowing yourself to get to a very calm state where you're breathing and breathing. Place of stillness, because there's so much clutter going on in your head right now. There's so much worry and fear, and that's what's blocking you really. So allowing yourself to get into that calm space where you can breathe and just do toning and automatic singing and use instruments as well. Just allowing whatever wants to come through. It doesn't matter how it sounds. Just whatever comes through, let it come through, because it will help clear those blockages, will help calm calm not only the energy, but your nervous system. Your nervous system is in hyperdrive at the moment, and it's causing a huge blockage as well. So in all the different levels, so what I mean with different levels, all the emotional, physical, mental, energetic, all of those levels get blocked in different ways. So what's amazing about the correct frequencies, if you just let it come, it will clear those blockages for you very quickly. It's important that you just trust it and let go. That's the other part, is that sometimes you've been a little bit too attached to the outcomes because you're stressing and in fear. And therefore that panic is creating, it's kind of like a catch-22, it's making it worse. So you really just have to get to a place where you're just doing calming, breathing exercises. And you know you're being tested, right? You're being tested. You're being tested because you said you want something and you're trying to manifest that. And you're being tested to see if you're serious. You're being tested to see if you believe that it's possible for you. So you need to let go and trust and have faith. And then it will come. But you have to keep that going. And it's an incredible challenge right now. We understand this. We understand the challenge that you're facing. But it's much easier to overcome than you realize. Just do breathing. Just calm your mind, your nervous system, your energy. Calm it all down. And spend time on yourself at the moment. Because that's really what you need. You need some TLC, some time for yourself. Just let it come out. Just let it come out. Hope that makes sense.
Great, thank you. Ryan says thank you. I sing as well. And he says, I appreciate so much. Humbled and honored. Spot on.
Thank you, Ryan.
Okay, and then we have 2 questions for the collective, but they're very similar. Perhaps I can read them both to you and you can just give an answer. So the one is, what does the rest of 2022 look like for the collective, for the human collective? And the other one is, as the veil is lifting, what changes can we expect to see in ourselves as a collective in 22-23?
Okay, I think I'm going to answer those as 2 different questions.
Thank you.
Let's first answer the veil question. So there's something that a lot of people are experiencing at the moment in terms of exactly what you're describing in that veil lifting. And I guess it does answer the other question as well. So a lot of people are experiencing integration difficulties, if we can call it that way. And there is an analogy that we've placed in Michelle's head today. And this analogy is kind of a way to look at it. When a spaceship leaves, now we're not talking about the dimensions or anything, we're just talking about regular physics, earthly physics. When a spaceship leaves and it goes around the moon, for example, and comes back, when it enters the Earth's atmosphere again, it goes through quite a hectic transition to come back to Earth again. The re-entry can be a bit bumpy if you don't know how to navigate that spaceship to come just at exactly the right angle into re-entry. And this is exactly what it's like with doing work, clearing blockages, growing in 5th dimension, because this is what a lot of people are experiencing. They're working. So a healthy place to be is upper 4th dimension, right? But we do a lot of work in the 5th dimension, and we work with you. So doing a lot of work in 5th dimension, but you have to come down to Earth again. You have to be in 3D some of the time. You have to be in 4D some of the time. And that re-entry back down to the lower dimensions can be a little bit tricky at times. People experience physical manifestations of that in many different ways, whether it be sickness, relationships breaking down, doors closing, whatever the case may be. And it's very important at this time to be very clear on exactly which angle you're re-entering into. That is the tricky part, and that's the part that's going to help you to go through it smoothly. And once you learn how to do that, you'll be able to cope with that a lot better. So this is something you will experience more and more and more. So it's very important that all of you get it right to re-enter into the lower dimensions at the correct angle. And that angle will differ from person to person because you all have different resonances and different paths and different things you're working on. But the essence of it is this, and that is that it is really just connecting with your higher self as often as possible so that you're resonating and with the highest energy of your higher self, not your lowest energy. And that's kind of the trick. You have to keep those vibrations high so that you can stay connected and stay kind of help that which needs to manifest from the work that you've done in 5D. So help it to manifest quicker and with less trouble, with less bumps, if we can put it that way, to make that re-entry smoother. So very important to stay connected with yourself and to keep your vibrations high. People are so tempted to do low vibrational things when they're coming to re-entry because they're just feeling tired or whatever it is. But it's actually really important that you keep in those times when it's actually the last thing that you feel like doing, to keep taking care of your body, keep taking care of your emotional needs, keep your mind sharp, and practice meditation and those things that quiet your mind. Because when you come in to the lower dimensions, the clutter can just be turned on. It can just be like this noise. It was this calm, peaceful place, and you're coming back to this more dense and more noisy. And that can just be a little bit too much. So keeping your vibrations high so that you can deal with that better. And yeah, even when it's hard, just doing the things that will keep it up there, if that makes sense. So that's one of the biggest things about the veil thinning. There will also be a lot more strange events, people reporting strange things. Of course, there's always those people that are just, trying to be part of it and not really witnessing things, but just so badly wanting attention. Or there will be those kinds of people, most definitely. But a lot of people, as more and more people are raising their vibrations and ascending, will be seeing a lot more strange things as they start getting more and more glimpses of fifth dimension. And remember, that's one of the reasons why the veil isn't lifted immediately or instantaneously. It's being done gradually. It can't be lifted instantaneously because it will be too much of a shock for the majority of the human collective. And even for those that are spiritual and do know what's there, it can still be a shock because you'll be able to see the creatures, the spirits, the strange colors, there's so much in fifth dimension that is all around you all the time, but you're just not. You might sense it sometimes, but you're not seeing it physically and aware of it in that way. So if that veil was lifted immediately, it would be just a bit too much of a shock. But as it's thinning, more and more people, as they are awakening and attuning to their gifts and so on, will be able to see more and more things. Yeah, so be prepared for some strange occurrences, because even some people that are maybe vibrating higher vibrations, but not necessarily aware of all the comings and goings of the world, you know, those will be the most interesting cases to watch, because they will all of a sudden be able to see things they hadn't seen before. Also, really take care of your dream. Take note of your dreams. There's more and more coming through dreams. Also important to make sure that you are in control of what happens when you sleep. So take very good care of setting your intention and protecting yourself before you go to sleep, so that you can choose the experiences you want to experience, whether it's healing you want to have performed on yourself, whether you want to journey and experience something, or whether you want to stay in your body and actually relax. That is one of the dangers, because it's so exciting and a lot of people want to see more. A lot of people also run the risk of draining themselves and just getting completely drained. So it's very important to still have that balance between 3D and 5D, to make sure your body gets enough rest and, the proper nutrition and all of those kinds of things, to keep your nervous systems calm and to your emotions regulated. And on the note of emotions, when emotions are coming up, it means that's something that you have to work on, right? And the more you work on those things, the easier it will be for you to connect and experience fifth dimension. For the rest of this year, just a reminder that this is the year. Remember, I was here in the very first channeling session on the 2nd of January with Michelle, and it's a year of action. So it's very, very important that when you become inspired to take action, this is always true. It's not only for this year, but this year especially has got a very high energy around taking action, around manifesting things by doing. So inspired action, getting inspiration and then taking action immediately, not waiting or over planning or over analyzing, just going for it, not waiting for everything to be perfect. Sometimes you just need to try. So it being a year of action. And then as you can see, things are already changing with the pandemic. You will be seeing other sicknesses and pandemics coming to the fore. However, it will be, there'll still be a lot of fear mongering and fear tactics from governments, and of course feeding into that fear, because fear is control. But more and more people are aware and do not want to live like this again. There was a lot of good things that came out of the lockdowns and all of those events, but overall it's really a very much a thing of control. So important that people, it is something that is going to become a little bit of a point of more and more people understanding that it's just about control and they don't want any part of it. And then, of course, those people that are under control and very much living in fear and having big reactions because they're in fear. So there will be more and more of that. But the most important thing in all of that is really just to work on yourself and to focus on your reality and what's going on with you, and not to fall into the fear, if that makes sense. So yes, keep your vibrations high.
Great, thank you. White Rabbit's got another question here, I think we'll follow on. How long will it take until the government lose the control of the majority of us? Short answer, yes, okay.
It will still take some time. There'll be some shifts in the way it takes place. Some governments are going to be a lot more open and you will start seeing that in some countries, the governments are a lot more open to the changes, and perhaps because those people see that there's no point in keeping that control. But there are going to be those governments that's going to hold on for dear life to the last little bit of control. So it really will be a very much in many ways an up and down thing, and that is why it's important to kind of focus on your own reality and your own environment. Depends on what your heart is and what your purpose work is, but really just to focus on your journey. Yeah, because that will help you to navigate all of that, if that makes sense.
Great, thank you.
Do not give in to fear, because just remember that. If the fear pops up, find out where it's coming from. There's some kind of block somewhere that's causing that fear. So go inside, do some internal work or seek help and work through that fear. So fear is a natural thing. It's supposed to be there for a good reason. So if a lion is going to eat you, so that you know to run away or to hide or whatever the case may be. But the way fear is being used to control people now is not through that kind of physical danger. However, they're trying to make it very real with, causing all these fear, but these things to fear.
Great, thank you very much. Appreciate you coming through.
You're welcome. I love coming through and speaking to all of you, and be blessed and take care of yourselves. Give yourselves the care that you need. You deserve it. Remember, every single one of you is important. Every single one of you. You're all part of us. We're all part. We're all connected. So in taking care of yourself, you're taking care of all of us. I hope this makes sense. So, and self-love is the most important thing that can help you, but help those around you as well. So remember that. Lots of love and blessings. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, my cheeks are red from Melchizedek. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Yeah, you're welcome to make contact with me for a reading. Yeah, so it's already 9:10, so I'm not going to do any more tonight. You're welcome to either message me privately for a private session, or I can help you next week, Monday, if you can't do a private session. Okay, thank you so much, and you're welcome, White Rabbit. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing this time with us. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Okay, thank you, Amanda. Thanks for understanding. Yeah, we start at 8 p.m. usually, and we go for about an hour. It's also, to give myself, if I don't allow myself to kind of get the rest, especially when I'm doing it for a bigger circle like this, it's important that I don't overdo it, because I want to stay as authentic and not let any of my tiredness influence my channeling, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's important that I keep it it's important that I follow the correct practices, let's put it that way, so that I can give the best quality readings and help and advice for everybody. So yeah, thank you very much. I can feel that I'm pretty tired now, so I don't want to slip up in any way.
So, Amanda, so it will be 1 p.m. your time next Monday, if you want to join us.
Okay.
And just put three pink hearts, and then state who you want to channel if anyone, and a question.
Yeah.
We can help
Question
you
or
then.
questions. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, great.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for coming through. Thank you, everybody. Lots of love to all of you. Take care of yourself. Bye.